today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a planter out of one of these and some pallets. Let's get it. Welcome to Renovate, Innovate, and today we're going to be showing you how to make a pallet planter upcycling this packing box. All the materials we'll be using will be in the description below. Quick run through of what we'll be doing. We'll be taking a pallet apart, we'll be fixing the pallet to this box. We're also going to be adding a little feature to help water it, and for self-watering we're upcycling some of the other things we've got lying around. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Renovate Innovate. Loads of other upcycling projects on there. So yeah, let's get cracking. Right, so there we are. We've got our pallet taken apart and we've denailed it as best we can. We're going to make sure that really there are no nails in there. So we'll take all them, get these cut to approximate size, and then we're going to start making the frame to go inside our box. So we'll just get on and do that now. I'll get those pieces cut to length. Right, so there we are. We've got all our pallet lengths cut to approximately where we want them. Now we're going to make a frame for inside our box. Our box is a little bit flimsy, so it wouldn't be strong enough on its own, so it needs a lot of strength to hold it there, to keep it all together. So we're using these. They're a bit large, but it's what we've got. We're upcycling for this project, so we'll get these marked to length and then we'll go and get them cut. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so we've got our little frame made up for inside this box, this flimsy box. So that frame's going to really strengthen it. There's going to be a lot of weight going in here with the wet soil, the water and the plants. So we'll get our frame for inside here for fixing the pallet slats too. But as you've seen in our planter that we'll be making, it's going to have a higher back. So we're going to remove some material from the front and the sides of this. So we'll get that marked up now and we'll get on with doing that. Right, so there we are. We've got the metal corners ground out and we've cut down there just approximate size, ready for our frame to go inside. And then when the frame's in, we'll start getting ready to fit our pallets on. We've got our pallet lengths cut to approximate size. Our box has been strengthened, so we're just going to start fixing these to here now. What we'll do is we'll level them up with the top of our planter, get them all fixed down, then we'll run down here with the saw, hand saw or circular saw, just to trim them off to the right length. So we'll just carry on and do that now. Right, here's a little explanation of how we're going to lay the herringbone that we're going to put on the back of our planter. We'll be laying it out on a board and then fixing it through from the back to strengthen it as well. So it's quite a simple process. We're going to just use this as a straight edge down the middle of the back. Herringbone, very simple. They're just laid at 90 degrees to each other, but on the 45. So there we go. And then this one overlaps that one. You have to make sure that all the panels that you're using, oops, are exactly the same width. And it's as simple as that. And we're just making sure that we're lining up somewhere near with that line we've put on. When you've got all your herringbone pattern laid out, make sure to extend past the end of the boards, but when they're all down, pick them up, glue them down, and then when the glue's dry, flip over the whole thing and screw from behind just to give that extra strength to your back of your planter. And then when they are all secured and the glue's dried and you've screwed them in, just go around and trim them all to the size that you want, ready for putting on. Whoa. Right, so that's all our pallets put around our box. And now the thing normally would be to do is put some pallet wood on the top just to protect those, but what we're doing, we've heard about self-watering or self-wicking system, which what it involves is lining our planter with Visqueen to waterproof and make a little pot. And then we've heard about this system where we get underground pipe, sewage pipe, whatever you want to call it. We'll seal off the ends so no soil gets in there to fill it up, and drill holes in it. We fill this up with water, and the idea is that it slowly waters our planter. The water will wick up to the roots. And one of the reasons that we want to try it in this is because it's not top quality wood, and we don't want the pallet wood rotting away too quickly. So we're going to give it a try, see if it works. So we'll just get this installed now. For this system that we're using, there's an overflow on here so that we don't get too much water sat inside and, you know, the roots getting sat in too much water and dying. So we've fixed a pipe out here that's an overflow, but because it's put a hole in our Visqueen, what we're going to have to do, is we're going to fill this as best we can with silicone all the way around there, just to try and prevent that from leaking before these containers are full with water. So I think we should be all right there. Right, so there we are. We've got our Visqueen in, stapled down. We've got our underground drainage with the holes cut and the ends capped off. They're all in there with an overflow pipe sticking out. We're going to put a bit of cloaking on the top here. We're going to mitre these edges at 45 degrees and screw it down to that box that we made earlier on. And then you might have noticed you've got this copper pipe up here. This is for filling the planter. Sometimes you might use a pipe like this that goes in, you put your hose in there and that fills it up. But what we've decided to do is something a little bit different, and we put a copper pipe on the back we can connect a hose to, and we've drilled loads of little holes in this top here, so when the water comes out it's going to sprinkle out in here and water the plants, and we'll know there's enough water in there when the overflow starts trickling out, and then we can turn the hose off and that's it. We can leave the planter for a month or so, we're guessing, and it should keep the soil in there nice and moist. So a little tip for y'all. So a little tip for you if you are going to be doing something like this with a copper pipe, trying to get the hose on. All we've done here is I've got one of the nozzles from a caulking gun. I've hammered it home into there. I left it for a little while just to sit, to open it up, and then I've just removed it. And now it's big enough just to slide over the copper pipe and then we'll just fix that with a Jubilee clip, and that can stay there so it can be filled whenever. So now we're going to get on, finish this cloaking, get it stained, and then that's about it. Right, so there we have it. That's sanded, prepped enough for us. Nearly finished. All we've got to do now is give it a stain. It's one of those things, this is going to need staining every year because this pallet wood isn't the best quality. So keep a good stain on it and it'll last for a very long time. Little recap of what we did. If you remember, we got our pallets and took them apart. Got the pallet slats and the wood that comes in between them to use as a frame. And then we had that big box, the shipping container type box, whatever. And we cut that up and used that for the back of the herringbone, and also just a bit of protection behind the pallets. Then we put our pallet wood on, lined it with a Visqueen. We put in our water irrigation system in with the overflow. We got that all done, drilled the pipes, and then we, just because it looks cool, we put this copper pipe in for the watering system with a hose pipe in it. You'll see that going in a bit. And then we put this stencil, "Please don't die." That's what the customer wants on there, and hopefully these plants that go in it will live for years to come. And as you can see, we've raised it up a bit. We've upcycled this old trolley. We've given it a spray and a bit of weather protection to clean the wheels up, and we've just put ours on. It's easier for moving it around the garden as well. It's going to have a fair bit of weight in this. So that's it. Final thing now, just give it a stain. We're ready to go. Right, so there we are, all done, stained up, ready to go. We've given it a test and it looks fantastic. It's working great, just as we wanted, ready for our customer. Hope you've liked this video, and if you have, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, Renovate Innovate. You'll see loads of other videos on there. Thanks for watching, we'll see you on the next one.